Hello, my name is Amy Sturkey. I am a pediatric physical therapist. I'm here with Stacy Marks, and Stacy Marks is a 37-year-old who has spastic athetoid cerebral palsy, and she also has an incomplete C3, C4 spinal cord injury that happened when she was an adult.
That's correct.
Stacy brought me back because she wanted to talk about mental health issues. She feels that mental health issues are not discussed enough for people who have cerebral palsy and people in general, but specifically for people who have cerebral palsy. And it's considered...
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Right, and I think it's something that people sweep underneath the rug, but the truth is that 66% of people who have cerebral palsy have needed to have some sort of professional evaluation relating to their mental health. And mental health challenges address all of us, but especially for people who are more marginalized or have different access to help. So I wanted to talk with you through a patient health questionnaire. We talked about it earlier. You said that this is something you often fill out when you go to the doctor's office. It is a common questionnaire. And I thought we'd talk about it, about where you are now, and then where you were at the worst moments of your life in terms of this questionnaire. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, you're going to answer this on either as not at all, you have these issues, several days in the last 2 weeks, more than half of the days in the last 2 weeks, and nearly every day. The first one is having little interest or pleasure in doing things. How about now first?
Nowadays, I don't really struggle with that. I'd say none. I pretty much
Awesome.
enjoy my activities that I enjoy.
And when you were having a really hard time?
It was much worse back then.
Would you say it was?
I would say every day I was struggling to enjoy activities that I normally would.
All right. Feeling down, depressed, or hopeless?
Well, nowadays, I would say I do still experience that a little bit every now and again. Just because sometimes I get very frustrated with my health or the state of my body because I have some issues. Or if I'm having issues with staff not understanding how to properly care for me. And it's hard to get things exactly right. Or like specifically getting doctor's orders for everything that I need. Sometimes I have frustrations with that, so that can impact. So I'd say maybe a 1.
Okay. And at the worst, what were you? Feeling down, depressed, or hopeless?
Probably a 4, pretty much all the time.
It's a 3-point scale. 3 points.
Oh, 3, my apologies.
So 0, 1, 2, 3. Trouble falling or staying asleep or sleeping too much?
Nowadays, I don't struggle much with that.
I envy you. And?
But previously, when I was at my worst, I had a lot of issues. Because my mental health, I was on a medication that was supposed to help calm my nerves and my paranoia. But that medication also had some side effects, which caused me to feel like crazy all the time. And I couldn't sleep properly. it made me like have some mental fog, and I couldn't really understand what was going on around me a lot of the time.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, certainly.
So is that a maximum three?
Yeah, definitely maximum.
Feeling tired or having little energy.
I experience that some now. I get tired easily. And recently I've been having some trouble with fatigue.
Okay, so more than half the days?
Yeah, probably.
And when it was you were at your worst? Feeling tired or having little energy.
Yeah, certainly I was fatigued a lot.
Nearly every day?
I had no sleep, so I was very lacking of energy.
All right.
It was not good for my mental health either, or my body, my
Right.
physical health.
Right. Poor appetite or overeating.
Well, I do have a little bit of a sweet tooth, so I am in a kind of an emotional eater, so I still do struggle with overeating sometimes.
Several days or more than half the days?
Probably a few days a week, several days a week.
Okay. And at your worst?
Actually, when I had really poor mental health, I had no appetite. I got very thin and lost a lot of weight.
So a poor appetite nearly every day?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, you're three in this. Okay. Feeling bad about yourself or that you are a failure or have let yourself or your family down.
I feel that maybe every once in a while. And I feel sometimes a little negative about myself. So maybe a 1 nowadays.
And before?
And it was probably every day back when it was at its worst. It was really awful, the thoughts I would have.
I'm so sorry. Trouble concentrating on things such as reading the newspaper or watching television.
Nowadays, I don't really have that much of an issue with my focus because of my mental health. I love watching TV or the news or movies.
All right, I'm going to call it no trouble at all. And when things were bad.
I definitely had struggles focusing on things back then.
Nearly every day.
Probably, yeah, every day. I couldn't really focus on anything.
Moving or speaking so slowly that other people have noticed, or being the opposite, so fidgety and restless that you're moving around more than usual.
She says, I don't know, do you remember if I was that way when I was having struggles, Mom? I think when you had depression, there was definitely a slowness and a delay in your signs. So yeah, I definitely was slower when I was having mental health struggles.
And now?
Nowadays, no, not so much.
Hey, we're at number 9. Thoughts that you would be better off dead or hurting yourself.
Nowadays, no struggles with that, thankfully.
And before?
I definitely had those thoughts in the past. Sometimes every day.
Wow. The last one is how, of the things we've discussed, if you've ever, how difficult did it make it for those mental health problems that we discussed for you to take care of the things you do in your daily life?
Yeah, back when I was struggling, it would impact it a lot. Probably every day was impacting my everyday life.
And now?
No, I don't think it has much of a big impact on my life now. I'm a much more functional every day than I was back then.
That's got to give hope to people who are watching this. I mean, you have maxed out the score from when you were having a hard time. The highest score you can get is a 27, and you got 27 points. And now your score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that scores as a mild issues now from the worst of the severe. I feel like that might be people out there who are watching this right now who might be in that place of severe difficulties and feel like it could never get better and could never turn around. And to see you now doing so well has to really help them. Thank you so much for talking about your challenges and telling how you've been able to move through that to a better place.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome.
I hope this is helpful for people, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you liked this video and would like to be notified by email when the next video comes out, click the subscribe button here and click the golden bell icon and ensure notifications are enabled on your account.